Just kind of be an observership of areas in your life where you can lean in and allow for this cleansing to happen for you. So it really is just a great time. There really is a lot of energy on the opposing side of the moon, quite honestly, but it's bringing us all into this awareness. So with all of that, let's start with the season of Libra, since this goddess of the night is in your quadrant. So just know, Libra, you've got the power. I love that song. You've got the power. This energy of this full moon, this pink moon, is going to bring this culmination of a significant personal project, maybe an endeavor that you've been very, very, very focused upon that means the world to you. So really stand in your illumination and demand your worth, your value in all aspects of your life. I see this like shining out in all of the quadrants of your natal chart. Demand your worth in every area, every aspect of your life.
Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you as always. And hello, you 300 plus magical energetic beings. Woo! Thank you. Welcome to a mystical Monday. Living our Dharma, are we? Thank you for joining me and also for hitting my March 2023 goal. Now we are kicking off April with some snow. Sometimes it snows in April. Prince, my heavenly universal boyfriend, magical energy there. Let's take that moment for a pause and a breath. And remember, my energetic beings, there is a star, a resource within each and every one of us that if we cultivate it, prune it maybe, we can become the star that we've always been. So turn on that notification bell, the white rabbit, right now. It's the only way we can ensure that this algorithm will give us that nutritional quotient that we all deserve, the magical being that we are. And while we're waiting for peeps to hop onto the live show, listen to the replay, tune in the afternoon or whatever timeline you are on. We have a major blast off today. What? Yes, the root center, the I am presence, our dream space, collaborating with our third eye, vision center. And we all have this. It's just a matter of cultivating it. And I have, in case you weren't aware or didn't know, for a limited time, I'm doing 50% off my high ticket offerings. Change Your Stars, Voices of the Other World, the Energy Body Demystified, Secrets of the Other World, and Soliciting Solitude. There's a coupon code. You should have got that somewhere out there on the highway. Let me know if you're interested. This is one of my very, 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 very favorite energies of the day. It's the bounce of the bounce. It's bouncing off. The other world is kind of calling. It's this mystical, magical Monday, and it truly is. It's a day to be different, be optimistic, be in your Dharma, bring those dreams, those otherworldly innovations into this dimension. All the ways in which we have always responded, the actions that we're known to take by the tribe, the village, like being in sacred community, they're all shifting, transforming out of the cocoon that we've been kind of hibernating in. Often this is a very uncomfortable, unfamiliar step in the corridor. Believing in our heart, it is truly being authenticated for the greatest good of all, humanity. Our heart already knows, our entire otherworldly spirit team knows this to be true. So when we respond from our star, our heart, our chalice, rather than the material realm, the physical, the root center, the vibrational tone, the frequency transforms instantaneously. It's like time to give it a go. Try it. See it for yourself. You may be magically or magnetically thunderstruck, maybe flabbergasted even at who or what you can attract in your energetic field. Magnetically, I would say a little eccentrically. That may be why I have been doing my daily energetic scrubbing of all of my energetic fields, and I hope you have too. But what's the discerning factor? Sometimes we do not discern where these messages come from. It's our heart. It's the star that we are. Discerns, questions everything. So use your star to find where your belonging is, your tribe, your village. And if you are here on my show, you already have found your tribe, right? Calling in all the otherworldly peeps into the village. Our thoughts are kind of beginning to manifest into this reality, being here now. So be in the Dharma of your mindful voices, those thoughts, those ideas, those languages, light language even. I mean, there's always that option. So if you're able to take your thoughts down into the earth star from the heavenly realm, grounding this energy into the elemental that protects against the harvesting of any negativity, energetic or otherwise, you may see a vision with clarity, a dream, discerning discerning and the authenticity. So when the physical is discerning or going to the etheric within yourself, our thoughts need time. They need space. They need a moment of reflection, quieted inspiration, if you will, soliciting that inner solitude as we're in need for this kind of rebirthing as we're coming out of the cocoon into our new shape, our transformation. And knowing that we are not alone in this transmission, be in your personal heart chamber as much as you can, your God spot, the universal streams, the heavenly universe, to the earth star, personal streams, all dancing in delight. With that, welcome to today's daily snippet. I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon, a reflector by design. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a merging of them all, a choreography. And my intention is to utilize these indigenous ways, these indigenous technologies, the rising of the origins, going back to the origins. And some things I feel like that's a necessity. And I'm talking like the Dark Ages times. The imaginal realms, our original divine blueprint, our soul's harmonic is actually activated today. Through all of these realms, dimensions, portals, gateways, multi-dimensional frequencies, with offerings, prescriptions. I bet the singers are actually activated today. Ritual, the otherworldly kind, of course, to really add to your main stage container, the juice, the origin of your starlight. Rituals really are the origin. They are food for our soul, our personal medicine, activating our prime directive, our gift and our purpose, so that our light shines even brighter, the I am that we are. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. I do have an audio medicine room, and I'll get to that. But have you yet to subscribe to my channel? Thank you. And otherwise, Musing with Tonya D, my podcast. You can find me on both those areas. The season of Aries, taking who we are out into the stage. I say it feels like the performance of a timeline. I don't know. And our innovative response team is actually activated. So before I go any further, let's give a shout out once again. The village is growing. The tribe is excelling. To all the new peeps entering the community. Blessings, Ashe. New subscribers. Oh my gosh. The goodness and the gooder. The validation, a voice of acknowledgement. New friends and guests. Welcome to the show, The Village. And of course, those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning, navigating these energetic hiccups. It really does take a village, a tribe, a community. Gratitude and blessings to all of us. Thanks for joining in. And again, those that do tune in later to the replay, commenting. And of course, if you don't mind hitting the bell, the white rabbit, the white button. I prefer the white rabbit. My phone's blowing up. But the white button, a comment if you are in need of a message for your day to really get you on your way. Sharing is just another way, I believe, a gratitude, a blessing, paying it forward. You, of course, could find me on TikTok and Instagram at the moment. I'm kind of recalibrating myself. Just remember that I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we have an energetic hiccup and we need an otherworldly life coach assistant to help us navigate through our trivial pursuits sometimes, myself included. And the daily snippet. What is this all about? Well, I love the cosmic insights. I love to navigate the stage. I wouldn't call myself an astrologer. I kind of see things differently. I can look at the planets, but that's not really what I do. I could refer you to somebody, but the cosmic insights and the planets kind of stream in differently. I utilize them more so through the subtle energies, actually, being a reflector by design, following the lunar energies, the moon. That's kind of how this choreography kind of started through the seasons and the gates. But our root channel, the feelings, our physical empathy, if you will, and our manifestations taking form for all the world to see. It's this I am that I am, the third eye vision center. Not the same as the spiritual acumen, the crown, along with the elementals today, the four pillars. Oh, and I was going to pull up a chart, but I forgot that. And I do a mystery guest on Sundays. Sundays, my fun days. What am I doing? I have all this great stuff to show you. My Sundays, the mystery guest on my Sunday fun days. So yeah, that's super fun to play with. The subtle energy centers, the chakras, they really do activate in different magical ways for each and every one of us, because we all have gift and purpose. We all have a talent. The world would be divinely boring if we all had the same gifts. And even our auric fields, I've been cleansing mine, but being in the I am presence of who I am, how am I receiving myself? How am I responding to myself? who are we in this thing called life, this dance of life? We're kind of re-choreographing this, and we're treating ourselves different out into the world. And hopefully we're attracting magnetically that frequency so we can see how we're being treated. But this is one of my most otherworldly favorite higher octave messengers of this multidimensional frequency energy that there is. I love this energy. It's the energy between all the energies. It's very multidimensional. It's the frequencies and the in-betweens, even down to the vibrations, the signature sounds. And it's spiritualating. It's cleansing these higher octave consciousness that really transports us to the either the karma or the dharma. I'm sure that's why I got the download. The higher, the lower, the north node, the south node, all the things doing this cosmic dance of all of our lives' perspectives. And it comes with the energetic side effects, if you will, that may leave you feeling uneasy, unstable, detached, otherworldly, in my case, fragmented, feeling like the fractals, where I'm going from pure energy back to matter. It's kind of like that. That really is what it's like. Maybe you feel a little off grid, anxious, maybe excited. The thrill of the element of surprise, like, wow, I didn't see that coming, but it's like the blessing in the betrayal that we don't know quite yet. And the heart, the star that we are, is really the best way to stabilize this energy frequency vibration, just coming down in. You might even feel like your bones are kind of refragmenting too and coming back to the center. But go to the center of the center, your God spot, the star that you are. By being in this core energy, you're going to feel the stabilization happening for you and light up even more. It's like we're getting this cosmic dust off, being heart-centric in the center of who we are. And we're taking our higher self, our Sira, out into a higher octave. And we're going to that octave of a higher frequency level of our reality in our day-to-day life of loving ourselves. And it's just emanating. So how we begin to allow the world around us to treat us and elevating ourselves in our inner world elevates our outer world within our actions, character, behavior, imagery, all of the things, the I am who I am and it is what it is kind of thing. Curious, isn't it? So it's the element of surprise. It's the breakdown to the breakthrough. It's this peak consciousness, I guess. Something in our world may feel as if it's breaking or falling apart. Something that maybe you're attempting or accomplishing or doing. Maybe you don't know where you belong anymore. I'm telling you, that's what's happening for me. You may suddenly have an obstacle, a stone, forces of adversity, the force field kind of barriers, the otherworldly eccentric challenge, the unseen, or the yes, but just not yet. Yes, you can have that. It's just not yet. The timing's not right there. So it's just not meant to kind of hold us back or stop us in our tracks. It's kind of that kind of a thing. But instead, it's to see through the eye of creator, creatress, and just rerouting us to an elevated perspective, a panoramic view, a higher approach in our landing, if you will, seeing through the eye of God. What is higher, elevated, leveling it up? It's the response that's based on what our heart, what does your heart truly, authentically believe to be true? And when we follow our heart, reminds me of Toucan and Fruit Loops commercials, clear back when, the star that we are, what is it that our own heart truly authenticates? It's authenticating what our heart believes over the tried and true traditions, the always done, what I've always done. That's just who I am kind of a thing. It's not about spiritual growth there. And the ego, the patterning in our thinking, our behaviors, and all the things. Maybe we need to change our wardrobe. So this is where you're going to find a new response, an action to take, an initiation, being initiated. This is in service to the star that we are, along with all of those around us. It's really this win-win for all involved in this initiation, this action, based on our heart's beliefs, that authentication. It's the sun and the moon coming together for this chamber and this chalice. It's like the spark of the divine. It's our soul's harmonic. So in my heart, that the universe, I believe, is moving me where I heartfelt am belonging. And I believe and I trust that to be true. I honestly do. So welcome to the Energy Healing Village. The shaman in me sees the star in you. It's a day to respond uniquely, innovatively, even shockingly. I prefer the element of surprise in my response to the world outside of me, where maybe I shock people and rip the rug out from underneath them to get them back on their right path. based on our heart's beliefs, the key ingredient is to take our time, actually. So just a few announcements. Of course, this is all collaborating. My Musing with Tonya D podcast, we have Martin Ristoff. Why Your Life is the Way It Is. You can find that on Apple, Spotify. I believe you can Google and Amazon, just some places where you may find me, or just go to tonyad.tv and tune in, listen there. Great interview. He was super fun and amazing just to chat with. You know, it's perspectives, how we see through different eyes, and maybe it might open you to a different perspective. And we also have the Musing Moon Meditation, the Libra Pink Full Moon on YouTube. My code for my offerings for the savings is capital PINK, pink. I got it from this moon. It does end April 6th, but you can watch that on YouTube. And also back to the mystery guest image. If you'd like to be a mystery guest on the Rising of the Origins, the 4 pillars on Sundays, just subscribe. The link is in the Musing News usually. And then, of course, I'm still recalibrating the Witcher's Way to Manifestation. It's getting a facelift at the moment. I'm kind of recalibrating a handout and different things to really get you to dive into the cosmic soup, the elementals, the energetic centers, and just recalibrate the way we all manifest differently, mapping out our divine design to really manifest. And law of attract. We're all different. So what works for me might not work for you. It's all energetics. So yeah, that's kind of where we're going with that. Comment if you would love to have an opportunity to join me for that. And also Mongolia, 10 magical energetic beings, indigenous souls who wish to travel, the spirits of the land, traveling with some indigenous medicine people. This is not a luxury getaway. You're going to be, it's like backpacking through the indigenous lands, sleeping in tents and whatnot, yurts, all the things. And then today on the Elemental Highway, you're not going to believe this. Looky here. We have a Yin Metal Rabbit of a day. 3 producing rabbits. Insight, innovation, vision. A declaration of producing the magical being that you are. All yin, so this is an inward journey. You might feel like soliciting your inner courage, your inner solitude. We have a white rabbit of a day, a green rabbit month, and a black rabbit or water rabbit year. Flavors of all these rabbits. And then I mused about, at the hour, we might have a yin fire rabbit, which would be a red rabbit, or we could have earth, which would be a brown rabbit. So we've got some interesting choreography going on, just saying. But nature is at its all-time high today for the month, literally. Again, the missing elements, there's no fire, there's no earth. So grounding would be very elementally earth, fire, metal. But I'm going with metal. Metal would be the lucky element to prune all the rabbits, all those vines. There's a lot of yin nature here. And remember, the more you trim a vine, the more it grows. So, it's kind of like the bonsai tree. You got to do it with care. Some inner peace happening. It may be a great day to clean. Metal is also refinement, cleaning, organizing. It's the fall energies, bringing in the season of the fall, spicy foods, stuff like that. Golds, metals, silvers, wearing metal, gold jewelry. Even in ritual, you may even want to put silver or gold in your energetic field. Gold for transforming and silver for deflecting, protection. Earth, maybe a earth ritual with the earth stones, going to the earth shrines. In my case, digging through the snow to get to the soil, planting seeds for a new birthing, something birthing out into the fall. So just ideas, innovations, stuff like that. So it's really an exciting day. And messages, oh my gosh, the messages for this week. I dove in a little bit, but of course today we're going to dive in further. There we've got the Ace of Cups. I went with the Seers. I like this deck. But the Ace of Cups, which actually reminds me of the frequency energy today, Aries, the number 1, our emotions, which is the moon as well. And where is the moon? Well, the moon is in Virgo. So again, cleansing the chalice kind of goes with needing to prune up all the vines, the moon in Virgo. So no wonder I feel like getting organized and emotionally organized and physically organized. And, I would just kind of look to where Virgo is in your chart. For me, it's cascading through my 12th house and then it's entering my 1st house. So it's like I'm cleansing up my cosmic cobwebs in my subconscious and then my imagery, my self-image, how I'm seeing out into the world. That's kind of what I'm seeing. But being otherworldly, this is a time to really nurture. giving ourselves more self-love. And if you know anything about Virgos have a hard time loving themselves. They're great at doing it for the other. They tend to self-sabotage sometimes, but it's not that energy. So we want to just make sure that we aren't repressing any of our emotions and that we're opening up to the possibilities of love. It's a day to open up our heart, to fill it with that love. I would stream in love, streams of grace, universal streams. It's a message that our capacity for love is actually excelling and expanding. I would do a vital energetic check-in. Just make sure that you're not repressing your ability to connect with others or oppressing, oppression. I'm thinking of regrets, coulda, woulda, shouldas with all that rabbit energy, actually. So, sometimes as a result, when we do that, we become overly protective and just mindfully extending the love that you feel to our own heart space as well. And, you might need to do a ritual, just forgiving ourselves for all the past mistakes, finding a fountainhead for healing all of this adversity, going to our Dharma. That's kind of what I'm frequenting, with just copious, like overflowing amounts of self-acceptance, self-love. Get ready to expand, express. It's kind of exciting. It's exciting, infinite. I would say infinities even are emerging. It's time to really open up our heart, the star, and give ourselves permission to really dive deep into our friendship within the life all around us, just opening up to the aspects of Dharma. And in doing so, this is great. Our message for Tuesday, we get the Knight of Cups, which is an action energy. It's emotion. He's the Knight of emotional armor. This is like the classical, romantic, a passionate soul. Maybe your artistic endeavors and those tendencies, creativity are really coming out. They're blossoming, they're blooming. Or are you wearing your heart on your sleeve? This is the energy for tomorrow. Are you seeking connection? Are you in love with the idea of love itself? So yeah, that's where we're going there. And then Wednesday, I'm going to dive in deeper on these later. But Wednesday, the Four of Pentacles, which I love, the Four of Pentacles. Who doesn't? I love this card anyway. The Earth, we have the reality of our thoughts coming to the Earth star. So this is the energy of today. So whatever happens today is actually possibly going to take form, become material on Wednesday. But this is stability. It's saving for success and generosity and accepting our value, our worth, being in the flow with the universe, the divine timing, knowing our dreams have arrived. It's the feelings of gratitude, the blessing in disguise, helping others in times of need. And you know what? Allow your money magnet to become your best friend. Make money your best friend. Make yourself feel valuable. Make yourself your best friend. Oftentimes we don't do that. Just knowing that we are building our life coin by coin, but being a magnetic attractor and also a giver. We've reached this moment of authentic stability, but getting here, it kind of signifies an interval when we can rest, reevaluate, take a breath and a pause, take stock. Likely, maybe we're going to be reminded to kind of double check those foundations to really save for a rainy day, or maybe you get the influx, the influence, the flow in from the other world, the universe, attracting your tribe. Or how do you even feel about your finances? What do they even look like? So it's kind of a message to just continue forward towards our goals without focusing on the materiality possessions, just letting go of any jealousy derived from another person's life. I mean, I just know it's time to live an abundant life. I have more than I ever needed. Being that the element of surprise, what does that even look like? Do we have more than we need? Are you able to be charitable? Are you able to pay it forward? So that's kind of Wednesday's energy. I may dive into that further, just looking at the planets and whatnot. But Thursday, what do we have? Looky here. The Magician. We all need that, the Magician. Another one. So this is heartfelt magic. I'll take that. But everybody needs some heartfelt magic. We need to know that we are a star. I live in the magical realm. I love it, the otherworldly beings. But this is unused potential. We're not using, we're limiting ourselves. Are we letting our talents just lay around dormant? Maybe our intentions are a little more questionable. So is there some unquestionable manipulation happening in your field? Are you feeling selfish? Are you unfocused? Are you having your creative energy maybe feeling blocked? Maybe it feels a little so otherworldly that you don't feel like it's going to land in the physical realm. And I'm telling you, it's going to be different. We're going to dive in deeper with the Magician come Thursday, but kind of feel into that frequency. And just so you know, it's on the highway. It's time to be activating the magic within our veins by focusing our energy, our gifts, our will, our purpose, our actions, all just moving forward to the magical being that we are, and innovating possibly an eclectic behavior by responding in accordance to what our heart believes, not with the 3D world, traditional characters, the establishment kind of choreograph for us, or what they're feeding us, right? It's time to feel the vibration of pure energy, being a force of higher energy, the soul's harmonic, the secret sauce. The key ingredient is patience. It's really taking that breath and taking that pause before responding, before initiating. There's no need to feel triggered and acting quickly. Like, be in reservership, if you will. It really is the pause point. You may need to save yourself from these missteps, energetic hiccups in these pause points, if you can go there intentionally and holding that breath and the pause, weathering the storm, the chaos. This is nature. I mean, we've got a lot of nature today, but when things become dramatic or in chaos, that's when our nature is not being authenticated. So it's kind of an illusion in a way. So I would affirm that I am accessing my inner choreography, my inner imagery, illuminating my soul's harmonic. This is like how the great spirit, creator, oneness, whatever, sees you. Trust your feelings, your heart, your star. Your beliefs are yours. And when we hold our heart true to our authentic beliefs, we then can create the world outside of us. To have a hiccup. Why do we have a hiccup? Because we're not seeing things. We're going against the establishment. We're being authenticated with our own beliefs within ourselves. And it's okay. It's okay. Just pat your adversity on the back. Stay curious and question everything, especially on a day like today. And I feel this whole week as well, actually. And we do have the full moon coming, so I kind of revisit my wishes, my intentions as they're circulating. What does this feel like? What does this look like? And maybe initiate the action to take and open up to accept, be in receivership from the universe, the good and the gooder. So yeah, I feel all of that. Well, make it a great magical day, the first day of the week. And as always, I will see you on the horizon, or at least in another day. Ashe.
Creates all the effects we experience nowadays, because as Western philosophy puts it into words, what we experience on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, is what they define as phenomena, or what we are perceiving through our senses on the surface. However, behind this phenomena, all wise philosophers call the noumena, or the cause of these phenomenal effects that we experience, whatever that might be, from the sunshine to the leaves on the tree moving to our hearts beating and so on. All of this is defined as phenomena, or in other words, is an effect. But in a causal universe, there is always cause that creates every effect. There is no effect that is ever being created without a